Welcome to Whispers of Healing, where we speak the unspoken, heal what's been hidden for too long, and guide your heart back to the love it truly deserves. Imagine a meeting between two individuals where a man encounters a woman who is entirely different from anyone he has ever known before. Right from the start, he senses an elusive connection. Something about her sparks a genuine interest within him. Feeling confident in himself, he believes he is in control of the situation. However, the unexpected occurs. She does not cajole his attention, nor does she stalk him with messages or seek his approval. Instead, she lets him go without any hesitation. At this very moment, a deeply ingrained ancient instinct within male psychology stirs awake in his subconscious mind. This isn't merely a simple seduction tactic, but rather a sophisticated psychological mechanism that has been extensively studied by experts specializing in human behavior. Louise Hay, a well-known and prominent expert in this field, argued that the world around us is essentially a reflection of our internal state of being. In the realm of love, this implies that a woman who is complete and self-sufficient naturally becomes a powerful magnet for genuine attraction. Why does this occur? Why is it that a man finds himself more drawn to a woman who doesn't show an urgent need to be with him? The answer lies in the unconscious archetypes that shape our understanding of desire and emotional bonds. Since ancient times, men have been conditioned to pursue what appears to be valuable, rare, and difficult to obtain. It's not simply about playing a game of indifference. Rather, it's about understanding that love flourishes in an environment of freedom, not in the desire to possess or control. Louise Hay strongly emphasizes the critical importance of emotional self-sufficiency, reminding us that we don't need another person to feel complete and whole. When a woman lives with this kind of confidence, she naturally radiates a magnetic and irresistible energy that encourages a man to become more interested in getting to know her better, rather than pushing him away with her neediness. When a man's mind truly realizes that a woman is not dependent on his approval or validation, he often finds himself falling under her spell. Idealization starts forming in his subconscious, and without pressure, his desire grows naturally. This is where attraction's core dynamics emerge, creating the space needed for love to develop. We've learned that to capture someone's heart, we must exert maximum effort, consistently show interest, and make the other person feel special. However, what if it's precisely this persistence that obstructs the natural process of falling in love? When we attempt to force a connection, we strip away the mystery, anticipation, and emotion that are essential for desire to truly blossom. Attraction does not arise from the act of chasing after someone. Instead, it emerges from the steadfast energy of a person who does not desperately try to be selected by others. This person consciously makes their own choices. Louise Hay persuades us that genuine love does not sprout from the grounds of fear or scarcity. Instead, it flourishes from a strong and unwavering confidence in one's own value and self-worth. When a woman truly understands this profound truth, her inner energy experiences a significant transformation. Although a man might not consciously recognize this on a rational level, he instinctively senses the change. He feels drawn to the magnetic pull of a personality that is self-sufficient and does not require constant validation of its worth. Paradoxically, it's precisely this quality that compels him to seek even deeper intimacy. The desire for intimacy grows stronger when there is space for imagination and projection. When a woman allows a man to experience her absence, she provides him the opportunity to fill that emptiness with profound meanings and speculations. It is within this space that an emotional connection transcends mere superficial attraction. On the other hand, when a man attempts to hasten a relationship by sending intrusive messages or persistently seeking evidence of love, he disrupts this crucial psychological mechanism. Predictability takes away the mysterious aura from a relationship, and without this mystery, both the relationship and desire can diminish. However, on the other hand, When a woman becomes a self-sufficient source of her own happiness and well-being, without relying on another person's presence, she exudes an energy that inspires admiration and profound respect in others. It is not merely a collection of techniques for seduction, it is a profound understanding of the essence of human attraction. It acknowledges the reality that a man does not fall in love with someone who is simply willing to throw herself at his feet, but rather with someone whose distinctive nature and presence stir within him a genuine desire to explore her inner world. Louise Hay has consistently highlighted that what is rightfully ours, granted from above, can never be taken away from us. In terms of relationships, this implies that when we release the compulsive need to control another person's behavior, and when we release the fear of losing them, we become genuinely unforgettable. The deepest, most enduring love emerges in an environment of freedom, rather than in the constraints of dependency. An individual who does not feel the urgent and desperate need to be selected or chosen sends a nonverbal, yet incredibly potent message to those surrounding them, which is, I am self-sufficient and complete, just the way I am. It is precisely this self-assuredness and confidence that acts as a magnet, genuinely attracting a man. Now, pause for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever observed how certain people possess a natural magnetism that draws others to them? They exert no effort at all to seem appealing, yet simply being near them has an undeniable, irresistible impact on everyone around. This isn't a mere coincidence, rather it stems from a profound connection with our inner selves. Once we cease attempting to manipulate or direct how events unfold and begin to place our trust in our inner light, we transform into a beacon. This beacon naturally draws towards us everything that is truly meant to be ours. The key to attraction is balancing presence with personal space. Freedom lets genuine feelings grow and gives the other person a chance to desire, reflect, and cherish time together. This doesn't push him away. Instead, it naturally brings you closer without using manipulation or superficial tactics. When we attempt to cling to someone too tightly, we often end up with the opposite of what we desire. Imagine trying to catch a delicate butterfly by closing your fist around it. The more forcefully we squeeze, the higher the chance it will escape and fly away. However, when we have faith that genuine emotions will naturally return to us, we release ourselves from the fear that restrains us and step into a realm of authentic love. The freedom to choose is fundamental to building a genuine and sincere relationship. A man who truly has a genuine interest doesn't require constant persuasion or relentless pursuit. His actions clearly speak for themselves, expressing his feelings more loudly than any words ever could. Genuine attraction is revealed in the small details, in the unwavering consistency, and in a sincere desire to be close. When someone genuinely cares about you, he doesn't need to go out of his way to make an extra effort. Everything unfolds naturally and effortlessly, as if it happens on its own. True interest is expressed not just from a sense of duty or mere politeness, but from a deep-seated desire to truly be there for you. He will take the time to send a message ensuring you arrived home safely. He will recall a small detail you mentioned in passing during a conversation, and he will demonstrate sincere concern for your well-being. This isn't just because it's the right thing to do, but because it genuinely comes from his heart. In these moments, there is absolutely no space for doubt or uncertainty, and the connection feels almost magical. As Louise Hay wisely observed, our energy communicates much more persuasively than any words ever could. It's not desperation or obsession that truly attracts people, but rather sincerity and the ability to be genuine without trying too hard to impress others. On a profound unconscious level, love is not constructed through pressure or relentless pursuit, but through conscious choice and intention. The presence of a special person in your life should not be seen as a burden or chore, but rather as a precious privilege and gift. And here's the key point. Genuine feelings are not just shown through words, but rather they are revealed through consistent actions, demonstrated every single day. Human psychology is intricate and multifaceted, so it's crucial to observe not only a man's actions, but also the emotions he evokes in you. Do you feel safe, peaceful, and valued when you're around him, or are you constantly plagued by anxiety, doubt, and insecurity? Louise Hay consistently emphasized the vital importance of self-love as the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. If engaging in communication with someone consistently causes you anxiety or makes you feel a constant need to prove your worth, it might be a sign that the relationship is not meeting the standards of what you truly deserve. Genuine magnetism does not stem from desperate attempts to achieve perfection, but rather from fully embracing and accepting yourself for who you genuinely are. It's not just about wearing perfectly impeccable clothes or merely saying memorized phrases, nor is it solely about following an elaborate and detailed script. What's far more significant is the energy you project when you're truly at ease and confident in yourself. When a man encounters a woman who isn't seeking his approval but is genuinely enjoying her own life, there's a shift in his subconscious. He perceives a distinct presence, an energy that isn't something he can possess or control. Instead, it's something that can only be admired and respected. Attraction is rooted in deep psychological archetypes. The strongest attraction happens when someone feels their desire is a personal choice, not a duty or obligation. To create a captivating presence, first enhance your self-esteem. Consider what makes you unique. What are the things you like about yourself? Rather than wasting your energy by comparing yourself to others or attempting to meet externally imposed standards without success, concentrate on the unique qualities that make you special. When you truly reconnect with yourself, and when you cease seeking approval from others, something truly magical occurs. Your inner energy experiences a profound transformation. This transformation is something that cannot be copied or artificially created because it originates from the deepest parts of your soul. Louise Hay, who is a renowned psychologist, has consistently highlighted the immense power of vibrations when discussing how our inner beliefs and emotions are mirrored in the external world around us. When you align your inner energy with the kind of relationship you envision, you cease to draw in situations filled with lack, and instead begin to form connections that are based on the principles of abundance, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of each other's needs and desires. Subtlety and sensitivity play a crucial role in the art of attraction. The key is not to conceal who you truly are, but rather to let the other person slowly uncover your true self one layer at a time. If you seize complete control right from the start, leaving no space for intrigue and curiosity, you rob the relationship of its natural progression, which is essential for developing and deepening the connection. Attraction remains alive and vibrant when you maintain a healthy balance in the relationship, ensuring both giving and receiving are in harmony, as well as balancing intimacy with allowing personal space. The most powerful action you can take isn't found in words, but rather in the way you live each moment of your life. The deepest connection happens when you immerse yourself completely in the interaction, free from anxiety, without the need to impress, fear of judgment, or the compulsive urge to force outcomes. When you give yourself permission to simply be who you are, enjoying each moment without any expectations, that's when real magic occurs. You naturally become a genuinely magnetic person because real allure doesn't come from being flawless, but from being authentic. Louise Hay showed us that the true art of seduction isn't about manipulation or using empty strategies. Instead, it originates from a genuine energy that resonates deeply with the collective unconscious. We are beings of vibration, and the energy we project significantly influences how others perceive us. When you exude confidence, remain calm, and are in harmony with yourself, attraction naturally follows. It's about balancing the present moment with allowing desire to manifest freely and spontaneously. Unforgettable women don't possess hidden secrets or forbidden knowledge. What makes them truly unique is not any clever techniques, but rather a simple and yet powerful truth. They have a deep understanding of who they are and are unafraid to show it to the world. They do not seek approval from others, nor do they create dramatic scenes just to gain attention. Most importantly, they do not live in constant fear of losing someone. This is because when you have a genuine connection with yourself, you understand that anything authentic and real will always find its way back to you. The essential aspect of forming genuine and profound relationships is not about trying to be the ideal person for another, but rather about becoming the fullest and most authentic version of yourself. Truly unforgettable women do not rely on external validation because they have mastered the art of self-acceptance in every aspect of their being. Their captivating presence doesn't stem from calculated strategies or excessive exertion, but from a sincere dedication to their personal growth and overall well-being. As the insightful Louise Hay passionately argued, the very cornerstone of our lives is deeply rooted in our relationship with ourselves. This relationship acts like a mirror, reflecting how we are perceived by the world surrounding us. A woman who harmoniously and attentively takes care of her physical, emotional, and mental well-being exudes a truly attractive and captivating energy. It is not about striving for some unattainable perfection, but rather about making wise and thoughtful investments in personal growth, inner peace, and overall general well-being. When someone is truly in harmony with themselves, they naturally exude a magnetic charm that doesn't require any words to explain. This charm is a silent language that is clearly understood by others on a subconscious level. A crucial element of attraction is recognizing one's own significance. Unforgettable women don't spend their time trying to prove their worth because they have a profound belief in their own self-sufficiency. They do not rely on external validation and do not look for salvation in relationships out of a fear of being alone. They come to understand that true love does not arise from a place of need or the fear of losing someone, but rather from the freedom to choose. Therefore, they do not try to cling to those who wish to leave, recognizing that genuine feelings stay willingly and naturally. They look for support not in empty promises or words, but in the consistency and reliability of actions. In the end, the irresistible power of attraction is not something that comes from trying too hard or making excessive efforts, but from being natural and genuine. Desire thrives in an environment of freedom, where each person has the right to make choices and express themselves freely. This principle resonates deeply with the human subconscious mind. When you cease adjusting to the expectations of others and allow yourself to truly be who you are, you gain a natural magnetism. The secret to an unforgettable personality doesn't lie in mastering seduction techniques, but rather in having the courage to live authentically according to one's own truth. Women who leave a lasting impression in the minds and hearts of men achieve this not through soft gestures or memorized phrases, but by being genuine. They do not force rapprochement, yet they also do not shy away from it. They refrain from acting under the influence of anxiety or fear, understanding that such emotions create invisible barriers that push people away. The true magic occurs within the smooth flow of interaction, where energy is exchanged naturally, without any intrusive control or unreasonable expectations. This is not merely a trick, but rather a profound understanding of human psychology. The core essence that distinguishes an unforgettable personality from a fleeting one is authenticity. It's not about pressure or strict rules, but aligning with your truth. When you realize this, everything shifts. You stop seeking outside approval and attract those who genuinely appreciate your essence, because deep down the human mind recognizes truth and rejects what's imposed. True personality magnetism isn't about desperately seeking universal love, but having unshakable confidence in your own self-sufficiency. This is truly the cornerstone of genuine charm. Women who leave a lasting, indelible mark in the hearts of others do not strive to impress others at all costs. They do not constantly seek affirmation of their significance through the attention of others around them. Their secret lies in being in absolute harmony with themselves, living sincerely in a way that makes it impossible for them to go unnoticed. The determination to let go of things, to cut ties when it becomes necessary, transforms into an incredible act of strength and self-care. It's not exactly a rejection of love itself, but rather about creating the necessary space to attract what truly resonates with your inner energy and being. When you try to hold on who doesn't want to stay or persist in a relationship that lacks a natural flow, it only creates resistance and becomes emotionally exhausting. Louise Hay, who was a well-known psychologist, often spoke extensively about the healing power that comes from letting go. She believed that what is destined by fate will inevitably find its way to you. And so when you finally throw off the shackles of living, something truly magical begins to happen. Your inner strength comes back to you, your energy undergoes a transformation, and your entire presence begins to change. Almost as if by magic, people and events that are a perfect match for your true essence start to be drawn into your life. The more desperately you cling to disharmony, the longer the streak of suffering tends to last. However, once you accept reality just as it is, a profound sense of liberation is born inside of you. And that liberation creates a truly stunning effect. Your vibration shifts, and with it, the entire world surrounding you transforms. The real power of attraction does not lie in seeking attention or attempting to persuade others, but rather in the genuine process of simply being yourself. When you remain authentic and true to who you are, everything that is genuine and sincere will naturally find its way to you.